Shalaki. But they put us in a chokehold, man, and this devil ain't let up, and he's still not letting up, And he know his main tribe and who his main focus on is on the tribe of Judah, man. And that's why he put most of his focus on, the Judite tribe, because they're the main tribe. And once Judah fall in line, all the other tribes are going to fall in line. But you just see the devastation from the 80s and the 90s, man, was like goddamn kill zones in a lot of these hoods, man. And now you look where it's been manifested to here in the 2000s, man, and especially 2020. You can't even go in some of these neighborhoods now, man, because you got fifth and sixth generations of being on this government assistance, from these devils, these project communities that they've been putting our women in. And so they've been raising these kids, without fathers over a period of time. Then all the debauchery and all the degeneracy that's been pumped into these communities. Right now the economy is under economical stress. So Jake's going to resort to all type of means, whether it's either getting on drugs or either out there selling drugs, or either going through alcoholism or all type of these, so many devices this devil that set out there, man, and those are his tools of devastation that he used on our people. But let me hit some precepts, we get back to it, but I just want to kind of hit that because we want our lick back, man. Go to Prophet Isaiah chapter 61, verse 5. And a stranger shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the aliens shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord. Men shall call you the minister of your God, Yahweh. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. So we're going to be on top, man. This shit's going to flip around. We're going to be the ones on top, and we're going to put the pressure on these devils, man. They're going to have them up under us. They're going to be our servants, man. You talking about servants, talking about being our slaves. They're going to do whatever the hell we instruct them to do. We're going to do it through righteously, because we're going to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. But we're going to put hell on these devils, man. They're going to really catch it. They got a lot of work to do. You just think about all the hell they done put on us, man, over the years, And Yahweh wants his lick back, what they did to him, when they crucified him on the cross, how they butchered him and beat him up, and marred him worse than any man has ever been, where you can see his ribs, And he said he's come back, though even the one that pierced his sides, they gonna know. He wants his revenge too, he wants his lick. So he's been waiting and holding on, and you can just imagine it's just been building up over time. Isaiah 61 verse 7, for your shame ye shall have double, and for your confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. So they're gonna get double what we got. They done put us through all type of hell. So you're gonna get a double dose of what we had, because that's what we're gonna put back on them, man. We don't want their reparations, and it's not enough amount of money can account for all the atrocities and hell he done put on our people. And this is just the shit that we know of. Think about the shit that we're gonna find out later on, because the Lord only gave us so much, but he's steady pulling back. He's revealing these things. So, and that we're not gonna be able to take all of stuff that this man has done. But it's going to be revealed in the end, though, and we're gonna have a shown up hatred, man, for this devil, man, when we get him up under him, when we get up under us, But Jake can't even imagine the hell, all the shit that this man had actually done to our people that has not been recorded. You got still people today now being lynched all over the place, man. Still being lynched by these devils, man, and nothing being done about it. And the thing about it, they blatant with it, because the Lord has put the spirit back on them again to show his true nature, man. Just like iron, it rusted, same way as Esau with his continents, man. He's gonna resort back to who he is. And that's what the Lord is putting that pride back on him, to do the things that he was doing back in right after slavery, man, and during slavery. For your shame ye shall have double, and for your confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. For I, the Lord Yahweh, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offering, and I will direct their work in truth, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them. So the Lord hate robbery, man. He hate that, that his people, his chosen people that were robbed, man, for over 200 years and so on, even 400 years, over 400 years, really. Being in slavery, working for free for this devil, man, and being abused and worked from sun up to sundown and worked Jake to death. Man, Jake, the life expectancy was like 30 years old, man. 30 years old from being worked to death. A lot of their monuments, these buildings and all that shit, those are on our people graveyards, man. Talking about Gad and Reuben, those are our people from the northern kingdom, southern kingdom, man. They done built a lot of buildings and monuments on top of a lot of blood, man. A lot of land that's been saturated in our blood. Even down in the South Americas and the Caribbeans and all those places. So these devils got a lot to pay for, man. And Lord will, it comes soon that we're able to see it, man. Verse 8, for I, the Lord, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offerings, and I will direct their works in truth, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them. Isaiah chapter 61, verse 9, and their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. And all that see thee shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed which the Lord Yahweh hath blessed. So we're going to be a regal people, man, no matter where we go. And we're talking about the elect, man. They're going to see that shine on us, and they're going to know the power that we have with us. And they're going to honor us, man. They're going to show, we're going to go from the bottom to the top, man. We're going to be regal amongst these people. These nations, and we're going to put down a harsh law on their ass, man, especially these devils, man. These same ones that think they got away with shit over the years, the Lord's going to bring it to our remembrance, man. We're going to know the shit that they did. We're going to remember this one that did that, this one that hung when they had those hangings and they was cutting up Jake and, cutting off his rod and just doing all type of devious things, man. They hadn't gotten away with it. The Lord's going to bring that to our remembrance, and we're going to know who they are through the spiritual gifts that we're going to have when we receive those new bodies, man. And we're going to put hell on them devils, man. We're going to know the ones that sit there and orchestrated, the drug epidemic that they pushed in our communities, man, that destroyed our people, destroyed our, our mothers and our aunties and uncles and, brothers and sisters and kids, man. This devil had no remorse for our people whatsoever. He kept the foot on our neck, and he kept applying pressure, man. He kept the pressure on. No let up. No sense of sympathy at all, man. And that's the same way the Lord's going to put in our heart when we be rulership over these devils, man. We're not going to have any sympathy at all. So from there, I'm going to go to, which always call the devils out. It's going to be the book of Obadiah. It's just one chapter. It's the smallest book in the Bible, but it's one of the most powerful ones because it calls these devils out for who they are. Actually, it's like giving somebody a description. You ever seen a crime or you witness to a crime and you got to give the police or the sketch artist a description? That's what Obadiah is, man. It tells you who these devils are. So we're going to kind of go through it. Like I said, it's not really a long read because it's one of the shortest books in just one chapter. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God, Yahweh, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. And let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee among the heathen, and thou art greatly despised. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's the devil, man. You could tell, You know, they got so much pride on them. They, never been defeated, so-called really wasn't, in the Vietnam War. But after that, he just feel he has so much pride that nobody can touch him. Who's going to bring him down? What nation is going to come and bring him down? And whose habitation is high? It's like with the rocks. They always build these high towers, these skyscrapers, because they come from the mountains, man. They come from the mountains, and they always use the eagle or the bird as their symbol of authority. So it's giving you a description of who they are. That goes all the way back to Rome, all the way back to all these other empires that they had, that they brought out. To the Britain Empire, they always exalt the eagle. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou set thy nest amongst the stars, talking about those space stations and satellites and shit, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Will they not have stolen till they had enough? If the gate gatherers came to thee, will they not leave some grapes? Well, that's where this devil is, because he's not satisfied with just taking your land, with just taking some of your land. He wants all of the land. He wants the land, and he wants to put you in captivity. He wants all the resources. He wants to leave you with nothing. And that's how you know who he is, man. That's his character. It's giving you a character reference of who this devil is, man. And who is that on this planet like that? Who can't stop stealing till you have it all? Same way he came over here to the Americas with the Northern Kingdom, man. He didn't want to stop with just having the East Coast. This man wanted to have from the East all the way to the West Coast and put Gad on the worst reservations that he can find, man. The worst set of land that he can find, and killed off all the buffaloes that they used to eat, and put them on inhabitable lands that they couldn't grow shit. So that way he had to come to him for every little thing, man. And when you go to your devil, you know he's going to extort you, man. He's going to exploit you. He's going to take your women, turn them in harlots. He's going to push drugs and alcohol on the people to finally destroy the men. And that way he can do whatever he wants with the kids. And the same way he always done. He's not satisfied with just having a little bit. He want all of it. He want everything. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is more understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And you look at this Joe Biden character, man. He ain't got no wisdom, man. The Lord took all the wisdom and stripped it out of him, and yet he's supposed to be ruling over the most powerful nation here on the earth, man. That's the power of the Lord, man. You see what he done to the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar, man. He had him turn him into almost like a beast, a beast of the field. So that's the power of our Lord, man, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Verse 9, and thy mighty men of Teman shall be dismayed, and the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. So the end, man, after he goes into his hardcore slavery, working for us, building up our nation, being our slaves, man, the Lord is going to cut him off forever. He's not going to be anymore. First, he got to work his ass off, man. We're going to have to put that same pressure on him and some, until he's finally done away with, thus says the Lord. For thy violence against thy brothers Jacob's shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into the gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast and one of them. Thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither should thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldst thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of thy people in the day of their calamity, yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on the substance of the day of their calamity. Neither should thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those his that did escape, neither should thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord is near upon all heathen, and thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So all that hell, that destruction and genocide that he's done on our people, man, is going to be put back on him. Thus saith the Lord. Verse 18, we're going to drop down to verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. Talking about the house of Jacob, that's the southern kingdom, and the house of Joseph is referring to the northern kingdom, the 10 tribes of the northern kingdom, and the 2 tribes of the southern kingdom. And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be a remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken it. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain, the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. Let me jump down, finish off in verse 21. And the Savior shall come up upon the Mount Zion and judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's, Yahweh. So the Lord comes back, man. He's going to regain rulership. He's going to take back over the land. You know, everything's going to go back to its Sabbath, to the land Sabbaths again. The land is going to be run accordingly, and we're going to be in the power seat, man. And we're going to have these devil upon us, and we're going to have remembrance of all the hell this devil has put and done to our people. You know, all the death that we witnessed and been a part of, and seeing the destruction that's continued to go on, and this devil ain't letting up. You know, we just kind of just wait, man. We just wait for the opportunity to get our shot, you know. So we just have to patiently hold on, man, and endure. Have to endure and ride this thing out, you know. Yeah, we have to be humble in this time, because right now, we, like Yahweh was when he came, we're the sheep. But when we get them new bodies, when the Lord comes back, man, we're gonna be like the lion, man. We're gonna be turned loose, like that lion that's been in the zoo and caged up for so long. And once he get an opportunity to get out and get a hold of his handlers, man, and knowing that he's going to be in power, you just can imagine, man. You just can imagine. So, you know, with that being said, man, we're going to close this out with that. Say shalom.